And right now, back to today's other top stories. The city of Memphis has once again found itself at the center of the ongoing battle over gun rights in Tennessee. Just this week, an attorney representing the city called for the dismissal of a lawsuit from Gun Owners of America. That group sued Memphis back in November after local voters passed a series of measures calling for stricter gun laws. The issue could come up again next week as the Memphis City Council prepares to carry out the will of the people. Councilwoman Jerry Green joins us now, and before we get to that, let's talk about what's happening Monday, this cold weather, this Arctic blast. And what are you hearing from Light, Gas and Water about preparations to make sure, the lights stay on for so many folks in this area?
Yeah, I think a year ago we were worried about boil water notices and power going out and things like that. And we've really gotten such a better handle on it. We worked ahead of schedule, improving our infrastructure, trimming our trees. All of those things are making a difference. I think you saw it just recently in this last cold snap. We're even doing things differently with salting our roads. All of that means we are better prepared. We've made investments in our infrastructure. And so I have full confidence in President McGowan and his team. They are really been on top of things, and I think we're going to make it through this one as well.
Because to take us back in time a little bit, if you recall at Christmas from about a year or two ago, we had those so-called rolling blackouts that impacted so many.
Right. And, they impacted me, and I know it's no fun to be home when it's cold, but really, truly, that could be dangerous to some people, life-threatening. And so we've taken it very seriously. On the council, we've been making sure that we're holding Mr. McGowan accountable for the impact of what we're investing in and making sure that he's changing the infrastructure and putting in teams in place to be able to react proactively. And that's what he's done. I think you saw it last week, and hopefully we'll see it again this week. And then maybe we can just get rid of cold weather. That would be great.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
It really would be. That would be a novel idea. Let's move on, though, and talk about gun reform, especially in the city of Memphis, and how the state of Tennessee has perhaps been perceiving the city. Will this issue come up again in another week or two when it comes to maybe stricter gun laws in this city?
Well, we are working on the ordinances for what are called the trigger laws. So that means if and when the state changes their mind, or the U.S. Constitution, et cetera, changes, then our laws would go into place. We saw this happen with the Dobbs decision and abortion. It immediately happened here in Tennessee. So it's a similar sort of thing. But we wanted to make sure that Memphians had a voice, and it was overwhelming. Almost 80% of people in every single one of the referendums said, yes, please do something, make some changes, make us feel safer. I truly hope that we see other sister cities across the state that see the same sort of problems that we do because of the same legislature they're under, take up these same sort of referendums, and then maybe the state will start paying attention to us.
We'll be watching that closely for sure. Another issue that I know you and I have spoken about many times, especially over the past year, when it comes to MATA and the Memphis Area Transit Authority and its status. We recently saw, as of this week, a change in leadership. TransPro coming in, at least the consulting firm kind of temporarily taking over. Is this a positive move?
I think anything that we're doing that is different than what we're doing is a positive move. The report that we got from TransPro around the operations side was scathing. We're still waiting on some more in-depth analysis on the finances. We're hoping to have them back before council early February. The MATA leadership, which again, like you said, is just shifted, so we've given them a couple of extra weeks to make sure they have their hands around everything. But we're going to hear from them about where we stand money-wise and what we're doing operation-wise.
And speaking of money, I know some of the temporary CEOs and some of the folks who will be running that, some of the salaries have come out, what some of the folks might be making per hour, hundreds of dollars. Is that sending the right message, though?
Well, I think there's a balance to that, right? We want the best in the business, and we're asking them to do a Herculean effort, right? We have buses that are not running. We have people who are being stranded for hours that can't get to their jobs, and we've got to turn this around. We've got to turn it around quickly, because if we want to be a world-class city, we've got to have a transportation system that people can rely on. And so I understand those are very high salaries, and we're not going to let that go unnoticed. We make sure that we watch every penny that goes goes out of the council's coffers. But I do want to have the best of the best working on this problem.
One last thing, the status of some of our downtown hotels, especially when it comes to attracting or making sure that we can retain conventions like the Church of God in Christ, which just unfortunately announced that it's headed back to St. Louis. Where do we stand with entities like that, with our hotels, and making sure that we can hold some of these conferences here?
Well, you know, that's one of the reasons that we made such an investment in the Sheraton. That's connected directly to our convention center. That's going to help us have more conventions and keep bigger groups coming in on a more regular basis. So is it something we'd love to do, be in the hotel business? Not exactly. But we made an incredible investment in the convention center, and that's an investment in Memphis. We believe we are a culture city, and we're going to bring people in to experience the culture of Memphis. We're just going to fix up that hotel downtown, and I'm sure people are going to come in.
All right, Sherry Green, stay in contact with us. Always good to see you.
You too.
All right, we're going to take a short